This is Soccer Images of the World Cup USA '94. Forward by Patrick Barclay, compiled and edited by When Saturday Comes. I thought I'd just add this because I knew I had the book, and I've had it for, as you can see, quite a long time. Because I did Peter Dench's. I've got a few football books. I've done Stuart Weir's Brighton-based book. I've got other photography books around football, and I think I'm just going to put them on and let you see them. I thought Peter Dench's stuff was amazing. And this is a long time ago now, '94. It's just another vision, another way of looking at a retrospective of the competition. And I just thought it would be a great addition into the camera review archives in a book, which, to be honest, there's not much information on the internet about this. I know why I bought it, because I was doing a lot of football stuff in the 90s. I wasn't working with When Saturday Comes, but I was doing a lot of stuff for Future Publishing with Total Football magazine and people like that. And When Saturday Comes was great, and I've actually got some first editions, I think, of the actual magazine. It's online, you can get it online and have a look at it, and it's a great magazine, news magazine or whatever you want to call it. And they would do things like these books, so they're fantastic. If I can just, so that's the full cover. Let's have a look at it. It's a 10 by 10, roughly, square. This is football. I think it's a compilation of a lot of different photographers, a lot of different ways of collecting images from the time. This is 1994, 25 years old, am I right? So principal photographers, Alistair Berg, who I've known for years, Tony Davis, Tom Jenkins, Peter Robinson, compiled and edited by Doug Cheeseman, Mike Alloway, Andy Lyons, Philip Cornwall, and forward by Patrick Barclay. So this is Soccer. So let's just have a skim through it. There is a total of 96 pages. If anybody can find anything on the internet where to buy this book, I'd be intrigued, because I have no idea. I bought it so long ago. I bought it at the time, I think, as well. So here's the forward, and it's just like football, football, soccer. And so we have, this is a great shot, isn't it? Look at that. Let's just drop this. I think it's a good reference to just look at this. I can't do any harm. Now, I'll go back to the back. Is there a guide reference to the shots? Yes, there is a guide reference to who shot it. Wouldn't it just be better to put the name of the photographer there rather than all of that? Description, referee, don't get that, okay. So there's a lot of other stuff there. Photo index, a played guide. I guess it's the starting ceremony. There's a sort of order of play here, isn't there? But that's a great shot. I presume this is part of the opening ceremony. Faces, in the face of defeat, South Korea finds Boston. That's fantastic, isn't it? I've never been a fan of pictures that small, but never mind. Martin Dowling recovers after being substituted. I guess it was so hot there, wasn't it? World Cup Information Centre. Belgian players line up before. Again, the pictures are so small. Why? A bit of a designer's book, this, isn't it? Wish I'd known who was shot rather than having to jump back at the back. That's a lovely shot, isn't it? Saudi Arabia, Dutch. Italian coach, Sacchi, Carlos Alberto, Carlos Valderrama, that famous haircut. I do remember at the time these being pretty amazing. Now, I'm going to have to find out who this is, because I forgot who it is, and I know this picture. I'm sure it's Alistair Berg's. No, I'm wrong. It is, of course, Dave Modell. How could I forget? That, I remember, I'm sure was in the Independent or Saturday magazine. Somewhere I have a whole pile of Independent magazines and I can't find them anywhere. And the life of me know where they are. I'm a Believer. Soldier Field, Chicago observes a minute silence for Colombian defender Andres Escobar, who was shot dead shortly after his return from home. Killing appears to have been motivated by their own goal Escobar scored during Colombia's 2-1 defeat. Yeah, I remember that. Colombia were beaten. He scored an own goal. He went back to Colombia. They dropped out of the competition and he was shot. Crazy. Nigeria, Germans, and German fans sleeping. So it's hard work, this book, because the design are all over the place, and I sort of get a run of how I can place the picture, and then I'm sort of losing it. That the pictures are so different on each page. It's not a bad thing, but I certainly don't like the smallness of these pictures. It doesn't do anything for me like that. I see what they're doing, but I don't know. I remember at the time this was a really like ahead of its time. It was like, wow. And there's still some great stuff. Maradona taken to the camera, I guess, at the press conference. The De Boer brothers, I think, am I right? The De Boer, Frank and Ronald. That's Alexi Lalas, wasn't it? He was like the American footballer. USA won, Switzerland won, attracting a few customers, Michael Jordan's restaurant in Chicago. That's a good shot. Police come under fire during Bulgaria's... I don't know. It's the ball. Police come under fire during Bulgaria's second round victory over Mexico. So, there you go. There's the ball there. I get that. It's good. It's a great shot. I remember that Aldridge game. He scored a goal, didn't he? And that owner of a sponsor's pink rabbit costume takes a breather. Oh, I get it. USA fans board the soccer train from Boston to the Foxborough Stadium. Look forward to the South Korea versus Bolivia game. Maradona, Maradona, Maradona. Guess it's Argentinian fans. Batistuta and Rodriguez. Redondo. There. Look at that. Dear Mum, have arrived safely. Supported from Tipperary at Newark Airport, New Jersey. It's good, isn't it? The link. Italian substitutes collect their thoughts after they beat Spain. Bulgarian reserves here. So there's stuff on the bench, the theme parks, the faces in the crowd, the colour. German coach Bertie Voss mirror image at a news conference. Bulgaria need a refreshment. Oh, that's a great shot. Look at that. Excellent. It's a nice book. It's nicely compiled. There's a lot of good pictures in it. I think the design plays a little bit with me. But saying that, I think it's okay. There's some nice stuff. I'm missing a bit. I recognise a lot of the stuff from magazines at the time, which I saw in, as well as when Saturday comes. But like, look at that, it's great. Like, it's sort of Independent and Guardian, Observer, and the Sunday Times, and all of them magazines which were running a lot of this at the time, and this is a famous shot. Lost for words. Franco Baresi steps up to collect his runners-up medal from UEFA President Lennart Johansson. Avoiding eye contact with the World Cup trophy, he had missed at least first penalty in the shootout. You have been watching. This is Soccer. A dish fan gets to the point. Photographers. Yeah, it's a cute book. It's nice. First time I've ever used the word cute to describe a book, but it's okay. I wanted to put it in the run because I think It's got its place. It's a book maybe many of you never seen, may not even get to see, and there's a little insight. It's not an intense insight, it's not an in-depth insight, but it's a nice guide to just showing you what it's about. So thank you, and please subscribe to the channel. And I've got some great new books which just come in, and I can't wait to share them with you. Subscribe to the channel, share me on Instagram. Thank you very much.